There's the ball. You finally got it, but there's a defender behind you. You desperately try to turn him, but it's no use. You've been tackled again. Your teammates are getting frustrated with you, and you're getting frustrated with yourself. I'm so bad, man. Why do I keep losing the ball? Imagine if you knew the secrets. The ball comes to you, quick turn around the defender to start the attack. A bigger player comes for the ball. You body him, no problem. You get the ball in the middle of the pitch. The first defender comes for you. You go round him. He goes in for the tackle again. La Croqueta past him. 3 more come towards you, nutmeg them all. Imagine how good you'd be if you just knew how to protect the ball like a pro. It wouldn't just change your football, it would change your life, because scouts would be so drawn to you if they saw you doing these things. Grab a pen and paper, because what I'm about to tell you will change your football career. Step 1, we have to learn how to actually use our body. See, when I was younger, I didn't get this. I thought keeping the ball was all about your footwork, and while that plays a huge part, the second most important thing is how to use your body. See, I learned to be very good at this, and I'm not even that big. I'm 5'10" at 75 kilograms, and in some of these clips, I'm as small as 5'9" at 60 kilograms. So the whole I'm too small thing isn't gonna cut it. So how do we actually use our body? Well, it depends scenario to scenario. Let's say, for example, you have your back to goal and there's a defender behind you. The dream outcome here would be to turn the defender and start an attack. But in order to do so, we need to firstly maintain distance. To do this, we need to stick out our arm just like this. As well as that, we need to be getting ready to turn. So you can't be stanced up straight like this. You have to be getting extremely low to the ground with your knees bent. With your arm that's stuck out, pretend it's your eye, because this is going to tell you exactly where the defender is. You need to preferably have it placed in the middle of their body, because this ensures that they're at the maximum distance away, so you can either start to go into your turn or keep distance so you can make that pass. A good way to practice this is do 1v1s with your friend in an area, but instead of a normal 1v1, start with your back to him. So it's all about practicing your turning ability. I promise you, if you do this, arm keeping them away, stance slightly to one side with your knees bent, defenders will not be able to get the ball off you without fouling you. Here's another scenario that I find myself in a lot. So let's say you're running and there's a defender behind you. This defender is catching up with you. Obviously, he's going to win the ball. If you just don't make a move and you keep running, he will eventually catch up and win the ball. But you can obviously turn around, play a boring pass, but that's a very negative thing. So with this, here is when the greatest foul/non-foul comes into play. And I say foul/non-foul because technically it would be a foul, but referees never ever give this because you're the one in possession. So you're running, he's going to catch up, and what you do is, let's say you're dribbling, so if he's on your left side, you dribble with your right foot to protect the ball, keep it as far away as possible from him. Just as he's catching up with you and he's neck and neck with you, you're going to throw your left leg out. And this is going to basically send him flying, and you can continue on with your dribble. It's genuinely that simple. And a very similar one to this, which is another one that I use all the time, is instead of throwing your leg out, let's say he's coming back from the left side, you've got the ball, you literally just cut him off. So you just start running across him in this direction. He's coming for you here, you run across him like this. There'll be a video on screen. It's literally that simple, and they can't get the ball off you. The only thing they can do is slow down, or they're gonna run into your back, and then you got a foul. And the last tip for using your body is when you're in the shoulder to shoulder situation. And this tip's for you small players, because obviously if you go shoulder to shoulder with a bigger player, you're going to lose it because weight moves weight. But there are 2 key things that you can do here to either win a foul or continue on your dribble. The first one is, as they go in for that contact, you lean in front of them, so then when they go in for the contact, they're pushing against a non-existent force because you've got your body in front. So they just push, and you know what happens when someone comes in with force and it's not met with a similar force back? They just fall over. It's as simple as that. And the next one is, if you do want to go into that body, and trust me, take it from me, you can 100% body bigger players than you that weigh more, they're stronger, they're bigger, everything. You can body these players, and all it is you get your knees extremely bent, and don't go in for a shoulder to shoulder because you know you'll lose that. Go in and plant your shoulder into their stomach. That works because the stomach's soft, right, and it's lower down, which means if you push into that, you're going to get into that. And then basically what that's going to do is you're going to have a way bigger chance of actually pushing them, rather than if you go for their shoulder and you're only moving their upper body when you do this. Whereas when you go for that stomach area, you move the whole mid part, you move their legs, you move everything. So it's either get in front of them to avoid the contact, or get really low to the ground and go in for that shoulder to stomach. So your action steps for chapter 1 are doing 1v1s with your friend, but starting with your back to goal. And as well as this, do planks very regularly to improve your core strength. So when players come in to body you, you're way more resistant to it. Second is what you already know, but don't click off the video because I've got 3 exercises that will enable you to never lose the ball again. It's technical ability, because obviously we can't be taking bad touches. Because 1, it's an energy drain, and 2, you're way more likely to lose the ball. Let me explain what I mean by this. So when you're running and your touches aren't exactly perfect, exactly where you want to go, your body has to readjust its position every single step of the way. And what this is going to do is it's going to tire out your body. Your legs are going to be knackered, moving side to side when you don't need to. So obviously you're going to get tired doing that. And then secondly, you're not going to be going in the direction as direct as you should be going. So if you're trying to get to that byline, you should be taking direct touches straight towards it. But you, with your bad technical ability, taking the touch a little bit left, a little bit right, a little bit left, a little bit right. That means that a defender can catch up to you, and then he's way more likely to win the ball and you've lost it again. Any bad touch increases your chances of getting tackled by about 99.99%. So technical ability is the most important thing into protecting the ball. So how do we practice our technical? Well, it's pretty simple. Cone drills and taking more touches. It's no secret that taking more touches is going to guarantee that you get better at taking touches and dribbling, but I've got some cone drills that will specifically help you for protecting the ball. First is the figure of 8. This directly correlates to those touches as you spin a defender. And second is the 2 in, 2 out. It will help your touches as you dribble the defender. And third is 1v1s. The truth is, the more you get into a 1v1 situation, the better you're going to become at 1v1s. Honestly, focus on your technical ability and the results are guaranteed. Your dribbling, your passing, your first touch. Trust me, all of it improves. By the way, I have a whole lot more technical drills and training sessions inside my technical masterclass, and there's now over 250 ballers in the community trying to improve every single day. It's a great environment and we're chatting every single day with each other, trying to help others improve, and it's fair to say that the results have been insane. Literally everyone's saying how good their dribbling's become, and this could literally be you. If you are interested in becoming part of this movement, then click the first link in the description and I hope to see you inside. Your action steps for chapter 2 are to either join the technical masterclass or perform these 3 drills in your own individual session during the week. My third point is a short one because it's very, very simple, and that is that you cannot be flat-footed, caught lacking on your feet like this. You have to be bouncing on your toes at pretty much all times. Obviously not throughout the game, but if the ball's coming towards you, or you think it's coming towards you, or you're on the ball just looking around, you have to be on your toes, because if you're not, let's say, someone can start pressing you and you will not be able to react, because when you're in this position, you need to get on your toes like this, then push off. You can't push off instantly. So let's say you're on your toes, you basically give yourself that little split second where you just remove that time that it would take you to get off your feet and then push. You basically remove that time, which means that you can react a whole lot quicker if you're just standing on your toes. This one's a very, very short point, but your action step for this is literally write down, be on my toes. So whenever the ball's about to come to you, you get on them toes, and trust me, it'll make a world of a difference. And my fourth point is another fairly short one, but it's arguably the most important factor because it's scanning. And this means you need to be checking left, right, in front, behind, all times on the pitch, because what this will do is it will enable your brain to build up a picture of what's going on. So when the ball does come to you, you've already seen it all. You don't need to take that extra second to look up and have a look around, because you just know what's happened, and this will allow you to play that extra pass, that extra ball. You'll know when to dribble or not. And this is something that I do. You obviously don't need to be looking every single second, but just before you decide what to do, have a look around. Have that picture in mind of what is the best thing to do. I do this a lot in game where the ball comes to me, and obviously I've already scanned, I've had a look, but things are changing, so you need to be constantly looking. And I find that if I'm not getting pressed, I'll put my foot on the ball and I'll just have a look. I'll have a look at what's in front of me, and that is when I can decide exactly what to do, and I know it's the right decision because I've looked up, decided what's going on, and then I'll go, I see the gap in between these players, and I'll go straight for that dribble, and it's pretty much a guaranteed successful dribble, protecting the ball at all times because you've seen it all. You've got your head up, you've had a look around, and you know what to do from there. Your action step for this chapter is to constantly start checking your shoulders in your next game. And This won't become second nature to you until you do it for a load of games, so just be reminding yourself actively to be checking them shoulders, check what's in front, constantly be looking around until it actually becomes second nature and you do it naturally. And my fifth point is knowing when it's done. But what do I mean by this? Well, look, I'll be honest with you, I wish this weren't true, but it is the truth. You can't dribble through everyone every single time. You can't always play forwards because sometimes it's just not on. If there's nothing in front of you, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with playing backwards every now and again, or even playing a sideways pass. Because look, I get it. Everyone wants to play that killer pass. Everyone wants to dribble through 4 players and score. But trust me, I've been in that situation 100 times where I'll dribble because trust me, I want to do the exact same thing that you do, dribble through 10 players and score. I'll dribble through 2 players and I'll go, there's nothing on. There's 10 defenders in front of me. It's not going to work, there's no gaps. And I'll just turn back and just play a simple pass. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And in fact, it actually makes you a disciplined player with a brain, because I get it, we all want to dribble through 100 players, but trust me, sometimes it's just not on. There's loads of players in front of you, everything's stanced up, or sometimes you're looking for a cross, there's no one in the box. What's the point in playing it? There's nothing wrong with just turning back and just passing it. And don't even just take it from me. Take it from Messi, for example, who obviously he dribbles at everyone. But there are some scenarios where he will just get the ball, he'll just play a simple pass. Because firstly, he can conserve his energy this way, and secondly, sometimes it's not on. This one's up to you when you actually do it, so there's no action step for this, but it's just something that I want you to bear in mind when you're playing your games. It's something that you'll learn as you get older, as you play more games and get more game knowledge, because I know we all want to run 100 miles an hour the whole game. Sometimes you just need to know when it's not on. I'll just play backwards, and it's as simple as that, really. So now you know. If you've taken this guide seriously, the results will be tremendous. And if you haven't, make sure to go back so you can actually remember what I'm saying by writing notes, because this advice will help you for years to come. The technical masterclass will be linked in the description. That will help you even more and transform your game even more than my YouTube videos already do. And that's pretty much the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.